about knowledge mobilization.
Which is taking the stuff we learned, like research, and putting it into action in the real world.
Problem 1. People call it all sorts of things. Knowledge translation, knowledge mobilization, knowledge exchange, knowledge transfer. Sometimes it's also called commercialization or research use. But it basically all means the same thing.
Problem 2. Researchers can be pretty bad at it.
Can we say that?
Is that rude?
It can take forever for anything to change.
It takes an average of 17 years for research to get into action.
What?
Research shows that up to a quarter of therapies used are not effective or may even be harmful.
Wait. Back up and say it again.
A quarter of therapies used may not even be effective.
You mean a quarter of the stuff they did to me as a kid might not be effective?
Yep.
That's terrifying.
Enter knowledge mobilization. These are tools and strategies that people, organizations, or systems use to possibly make change based on new stuff. And well, hopefully it doesn't take 17 years.
Good.
So, how exactly do we do it?
It really helps if you know what you want to move into action.
Is it research findings?
Lived experience?
Other ways of knowing?
So let's use an example. Is it a new dose for how much medicine someone should take? Or is it a new way you want physio to help a kid who broke their arm?
Is it a new way to talk to your patients?
That's the what.
Then there's the who.
Wait a minute. Am I back in English class? Who, what, where, when, why?
Yeah, kinda, but hopefully the research or lived experience or other ways of knowing has given us the where, when, and why. So back to the who.
That's right. Who? Who needs to put the what into action?
For example, the physio needs to change what they do, or the doctor needs to prescribe the new dose. That's the who.
Okay, I think I get it. We're looking for the who's that need to do the what differently. Seems simple enough.
Now we move on to the how.
That's not part of the 5 W's.
No, but how is important for knowledge mobilization. How can you reach the who about the new what?
We publish it. Isn't that what researchers do?
I've never read a research article.
Me neither, really.
It's a good step, but there are likely additional steps to do KM well.
Maybe you can get it to the Doctors Association to update their dosage guidelines and send it to all the members.
Or for the physios, you can go to Physio Conference and present your findings.
Great. So, why isn't it happening?
That is happening. But what happens if the physio doesn't have time to go to a conference or to read an article?
Remember, change is hard.
And for the change in dosage, what happens to the doctors who missed that email, or who are still in school, or who are from another country?
Okay, so you need to get the info out to the students still in school.
Right, more who's.
Do we target the professors or the students?
Both, I think.
Do you think the how is the same for professors and students?
I guess not.
So by my count, we have 1 what, 3 who's, and 4 hows. And that's just the beginning.
So how do you reach a nurse practitioner who gives this medicine in a northern community?
The larger the dose, the more money it costs. And who pays for that? Is that in the budget for the hospital? Or are the insurance companies on board? What about the patients who now have to pay more?
Okay, that's a lot of who's.
And now enter implementation science.
You have to be kidding me. I'm still trying to figure out the who, what, how thing.
Okay, we'll tackle that for our next video.